What is this? What is this? What is all
A
this?
mess. This is like, this is
silly.
everything that's happening right now.
A wireless system would be nice, but
It's okay.
why do we need a wireless system to go 4 feet?
I know. Hi guys, I'm... Are you okay? Is everything okay? What's the matter, my darling?
You okay?
Yeah.
You need water?
Colonel down the wrong pipe. I'm sorry. Eat slow, don't talk. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Still in
You
there.
need water.
Almost died.
Should I do some dips to get my muscles to pop out? This is horrible dip form back here.
It is.
As a man, I'm supposed to have big, muscular, strong arms to sweep you off your feet.
You're more muscular than when we first met.
Oh,
Vegan gains.
you're more attracted to me now.
Hey guys, I'm Anna,
And I'm Brian.
and we are those annoying vegans. Today we're going to be making possibly our fastest, easiest recipe yet. I know we keep saying that, but I think we just keep beating our own record. So we're good like that.
Yeah.
So as many of you know, we attended the Long Beach Vegan Fest a couple of weeks ago, and we were overjoyed with Whole Foods' version of Mexican street corn that we had to try our own spin on it and come up with our very own elote.
Yeah. Now, elote recipes normally call for mayonnaise and sometimes sour cream or crema, so of course we're going to
Veganize it.
We'll be using Hampton Creek's Just Chipotle Mayo, which contains 0 chicken periods. We'll also be using our favorite non-dairy butter by MAYO's.
And although Mexican street corn doesn't traditionally include breadcrumbs, Whole Foods did it that way. So we're gonna do it that way.
Well, because it was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
So we put together our own blend of breadcrumbs and spices.
And as always, this recipe is delicious, affordable, and easy to make.
So let's make it.
Let's make it.
Talk about vegan food not being expensive. These ears of corn were
29 cents.
Yes. 29 cents each. Ah, it's so expensive to eat vegan.
Broke my bank.
You're about to see real-time reactions from Anna and Brian. First of all, I must say, they do look
Amazing.
really, really close to what we tasted
yeah.
at the Long Beach Vegan Festival. So
Here goes.
I'm hopeful. How did we do?
Guys,
Tasty?
there's no way to eat corn in a way that looks good, so I'm sorry. You have to try it.
Mmm.
What, right?
Oh, wow. Dare I say it, this might exceed what we tasted at Long Beach Vegan Fest. I mean, that's a bold statement, because those elotes were good.
Elotes?
Elotes. Gracias.
Elotes.
Elotes.
It's not lotes, it's lo.
So not like low.
No. We don't do that in Spanish.
Yeah.
Don't elongate the vowels. Don't elongate the vowels.
It's like,
Elotes.
what's that song? Cracker? To be with you, girl, like being low. Hey, like being stoned.
What does it have to do with elotes?
Low, because he's like being low. Everything in this recipe is to taste. We didn't really measure the breadcrumbs or the chili powder or the cayenne or the garlic or whatever. Just whatever you think tastes good will taste good. And make a bunch of them.
Yeah. We just made 2 because...
There's 2 of us?
There's just 2 of us. By the way, Just Mayo just redid their labels. They added a period. I wonder if it has to do with what happened. Because they want to probably point out that it's an abbreviation of justice. The same product, different label.
It's not a vegan mayo. It's just a mayo.
Yeah.
For everyone. Remember that one person's like, you can't call it fish because it's not fish, it's vegan fish. That's your argument?
It comes to show just how very ingrained the system is in our culture. It's like this really funny meme. It made me laugh so hard.
Oh yeah.
Check it out. People just don't know what to say anymore. But you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. I know that sometimes we make fun of it all and we sort of alienate people a little bit. We recently watched an interview between Klaus from Plant-Based News and Dr. Melanie Joy, whom, if you guys don't know, is a world-renowned psychologist, Harvard grad. She's the one who came up with the terminology that we now use so often, Carnism. What we realized in watching the interview is that, yes, she came up with Carnism, but she didn't come up with Carnist, which is a difference. This is kind of what we want to talk about today. She talked a lot about how it's not good for our cause to alienate non-vegans. Now, I know we've used Carnist a lot. I don't know, like, what do you guys think? We're vegan, and that's a thing.
Right. I think the main takeaway that I took from not only that interview, but also Dr. Melanie Joy has like an 18-minute long animated explanation of how she came to call the idea that animals are for our consumption and our exploitation. She calls that Carnism.
Which is the invisible belief system that allows us to normalize that.
Yes, and I think the key word is invisible because, and belief and system. 3 key words in there, kids. People often look at veganism as a belief system. But the norm, which is eating animals, eating eggs, drinking their milk, that's not really called anything.
Yeah.
That's just considered normal.
Carnism is a belief system too.
They're both belief systems because, as she says, when you have a choice to do something or not do something, your choice to do it or not do it stems from beliefs that you hold. There are exceptions to the rule that many non-vegans will point out to us. Well, what about people in the Arctic Circle? Or what about people who live in the jungle? Or what about tribes in Africa that they all hunt for? Okay, we're going to take that. We're going to put it over here. We're talking about the lion's share of people living in Western civilization
who have a choice. So for the most part, we were like, wow, this is really insightful, and you know, this is something we can learn from in the way we communicate with each other, other vegans, non-vegans, because her point of view is the better we are at communicating, the better we're going to get our message across. And she's written a new book just about that. There was one point, however, where I wasn't sure, and maybe you guys can tell us what you think about this. She says that there is this group of people whom she calls vegan allies, who are not necessarily vegan themselves, but help support the cause, whether they be a journalist and are shining light on the issue, or maybe a doctor who's not vegan but promotes veganism.
A person that speaks out on behalf of animal rights or on behalf of environmental rights and advocates cutting down on meat consumption.
But are not practicing themselves. And she said something that I was like, ooh, I don't know. She said that those people are often more helpful to the cause than we are as individuals, as vegans, you and me and you. And I thought, I don't know that I'd quantify that, especially because how does that work when it comes to people asking you, well, you're not vegan, why should I listen to you? Why aren't you vegan if you believe so much in what you're saying?
It's kind of like doctors who smoke and tell you not to. You know? It's
Yeah.
like, I know that this isn't healthy. Do as I say, not do as I do. Usually the best way to spread any message is to be the example.
Everybody helps the cause. We plant our vegan seeds everywhere we go in some way or another.
We are a minority, and I think that's what she meant when she said that the vegan allies can possibly do more than vegans as individuals. You need help from the majority in order to make your cause more well known and eventually tip that balance to where the standard would be to be vegan. And then you wouldn't have a word for vegan at that point. She even made that comment that hopefully in the future, food will not be labeled V for vegan food, but the few foods that are still left that have animal products in them might be labeled with a C, and all other food would just be normal food.
Right.
Because of course it's made from plants. Why wouldn't it be?
Right.
We are herbivores, after all.
Yeah. If I took anything from that interview was how to be more inclusive and not make people feel bad about their choices, but inform. Because there was also that question that Klaus asked, do you think veganism should be the moral baseline? And she goes, what do you mean by moral baseline? And I think what she was trying to do was say, all right, guys, you know, when you talk about how veganism is the more moral choice, that's alienating, even though it is. I apparently have to work on that. I get angry too. I get upset. I think in our desperation, we want to make us as big of a minority as we can because we know that humans are social animals. We're like lemmings. Sometimes we feel like maybe by making carnism the not normal way of life that those people will want to jump on board. As angry as we want to get at people for throwing the digs, for not understanding, for continuing to participate, we should try to be as compassionate as we can in our communication with others. The way we present ideas is very important. Put your feelings aside and have a conversation, ask questions, be interested in the other person, because we were part of that too. And not all of us were born vegan.
Be the vegan that you wish you had met before you went vegan. Be that person that is as non-judgmental as possible, as helpful as possible, set the example, live healthy, eat healthy, you know, just be
kind. Now, we all get trolled on our social media.
What you gonna do?
It's part of the job. And if people throw really cruel digs at you, the best thing to do, I think, in my opinion, is ignore them. We found that a lot of the trolling we get on our YouTube page, for example, gets ignored. Thank you. That's great. No, keep doing that, because I think when we do that, it exposes them for the bully or the troll that they are.
Just let sunlight be the best disinfectant, as the saying goes.
Yeah, you guys know how to tell, you know, when someone is actually interested in having a conversation versus, bacon.
This video's so stupid. So yeah, you just kind of let that one
go.
What's the other option? To make a dig back, and then maybe you'll be made to feel like
you took it personally.
You took it personally, and hey, I was just joking, man.
Yeah.
I was just joking. God, vegans are so... That's another thing, too. Like, make vegans look good. Don't literally be annoying, because then that word annoying has no power anymore.
Look at the mess we made.
Yeah. They can't see that. That's off camera. So guys, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button down below. That really helps us out. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Melanie Joy's Carnism, about vegan allies. What are your thoughts on the subject? We'd love to hear from you down here, and we'll have a little discussion.
And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we'll bring you more recipes and more vegan adventures in the coming weeks. Bye.
Bye.